Alright, so I think I've covered most of what there is to cover in the Crown Tundra at this time. Now, I'm certainly not done. Competitive is going to kick off in a couple of days, and that is going to be wacky. I'm excited to see what these crazy new legendary Pokemon do with the returning legendary Pokemon, and it's all going to happen in ranked Pokemon battles. That's going to get pretty wild. Also, I think it's going to take a while to figure out Dynamax adventures, get the optimizations just right, so that's going to be coming in. And there could still be a couple of surprises in the Crown Tundra, similar to the Delibird Max Raid battle, so there also might be a few rare item guides coming up. About this time, I feel like the bulk of it is done. We can start to calm down, but that also means we need to go back and cover the shenanigans that were going on over the last couple of days, like a new Pokemon game coming out next year. Now, we know that's going to happen, but the details around this game are actually really interesting to talk about, so we are going to cover it, and this is coming from Centro Pokemon Leaks at the end of their coverage of the Crown Tundra data mine that happened before the Crown Tundra came out. So now that all of that has settled, we can revisit all this good stuff. Also, if you end up enjoying the video, don't forget to leave a like. If you think it's worth sharing with your friends, please do so. Really helps out the video, really helps out the channel. But yeah, let's dive back into what we missed while all the Crown Tundra craziness was going on. That's all for today, folks. Of course, stay tuned over the next few days for additional info from the data mine, including stats, etc. And then they said, hey, a new Pokemon game is coming next year. Now, the reason why this is very important to look back on is because at the time, could have been dubious. You know, they're getting all this attention, all this publicity from having a Crown Tundra data mine that shouldn't exist because the Crown Tundra wasn't out, and it's also just going to be DLC. That Isle of Armor wasn't data mined, so they have some kind of in. They have some kind of sources that it appears the OG data miners didn't have access to because they didn't cover any of this. They were just kind of talking about it, and then leading up, they finally went, all right, Crown Tundra's out. Lots of stuff coming. You ready? Caphotix, Cyrus, these guys are the data miners as well. So they got ready to drop on the release of the Crown Tundra, but they didn't really build up anything. They didn't even talk about the credibility because, you know, if maybe this was fake or something when Centro Pokemon was covering it before the Crown Tundra came out. If it was fake, they would have said something about it. So even it seems like they didn't know how to handle this information as it was dropping. So that gives Centro Pokemon a lot of credibility, and it also suggests that they have sources. They have access to leak information that we don't even know about. So them dropping information about the new Pokemon game is big because they can't reveal the details, but they might have something that no one else does. And then at some point between the early Crown Tundra leaks and the release of the Crown Tundra, we got the Gen 8 beta leak. I'm not touching that. I'm not showing any of that. I don't want the copyright strike. Please, Nintendo, have mercy. It's also why I have not talked about the Generation 7 source code leaks. But what this shows is there are a lot of holes in the Game Freak ship and the Nintendo ship as well, because there was also like the Giga leak that happened over there. So what this means is the information about potentially having like details on a new Pokemon game is more credible. And it coming from Centro Pokemon, they gave themselves a lot of credibility with these recent leaks that they ended up covering. Now, that doesn't mean that this is like 100% confirmed. They could also just be teasing. They got so much attention. They got so much publicity that they just want to keep on writing this. And they do a lot of things like that, you know. Hey, we'll share more. See you tomorrow. Stay tuned. All of that other good stuff. They did this announcement right here. Now that we're nearing the end of the Crown Tundra coverage, it's almost time to say goodbye again. Just for a little while, of course. We'll be back to report on Pokemon leaks whenever they happen, and 2021 is shaping up to be an exciting year for Pokemon fans. So it's always a lot of teasy stuff. It's always a lot of publicity stuff when it comes to Centro Pokemon, and even Centro Pokemon before this have covered fake leaks in the past. I do want to like make all that clear. Like they did a 4chan rumor. It was like, oh, maybe true. Turned out to be fake. They've done that a couple of times. But now it seems like they actually have a really strong in on information. And then they tease Pokemon 25. For our Spanish-speaking followers, we will continue to deliver the latest Pokemon information on our main account, Centro Pokemon, Goodbye Sword and Shield, on to our next adventure, Pokemon 25. Is that what they're talking about? Of course, in the future, if there's any information we can share about Pokemon games, you'll be first to know, so stay tuned to Centro Leaks. We're pretty sure you won't have to wait until holiday 2021 for leaks as well. So whoever gave them access to the initial Crown Tundra leak could also be feeding them information about the new Pokemon game next year. And even though this is a big duh, of course we're going to get a Pokemon game every year or something, there was a lot of people that are expecting DLC 3 for Pokemon Sword and Shield. Now, common sense just immediately takes that off the table, but a lot of people are still believing fake leaks, fraud Poketubers covering false rumors about that stuff, and they're just really hoping that the National Dex comes back. But there's actually multiple ways we can debunk DLC 3 and also give support to a new Pokemon game coming next year. It's the 25th Pokemon anniversary for starters, so once again, they're all like hype about Pokemon 25. Game Freak isn't going to throw that away by pumping more DLC into Pokemon Sword and Shield. They're not going to support this game for 2-3 years until it's time for Generation 9 when a lot of people are already fed up and done with Pokemon Sword and Shield. So that doesn't make sense right there. But also, there's absolutely nothing to suggest that from the data mine. We're almost a week into the Crown Tundra, and there's no extra game data. There's nothing suggesting that there's more to Pokemon Sword and Shield. However, in the Isle of Armor, there was tons of information about the Crown Tundra to where we pretty much knew everything about the Crown Tundra, and then as the games came out, the data mine just ended up reading like a script. But there is nothing to suggest that there's any prep work. There's nothing else left to Pokemon Sword and Shield. And the way that development works, Game Freak is working on their next game. Game Freak is years ahead in the development cycle at any given time, sometimes developing 2 main series Pokemon games at the same time. This information has come out in interviews, and it's also heavily suggested with the betas and the source code leaks and the stuff like that. But this was already well known and long established going back to Generation 5, at least Generation 6. So if there was something more to Pokemon Sword and Shield, we would see it somewhere in these games. So DLC is dead, and now we just kind of have to wait and see what's going on with the Pokemon 25th anniversary. Are we going to get a big leak inside of that? Because then weird things happen. You know, 4chan leaked Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee long before it happened with that sketchy, crummy looking screenshot that we had of it, but there was also, you know, people talking exactly what's going to be. It's going to be a Pokemon Yellow version remake, and it was. Same thing happened for Pokemon Sword and Shield. There was only one trustworthy leak that found its way into the wild. Are we going to get that before the Pokemon 25th anniversary with how leaky the Game Freak boat has been? Or are they going to really lock up and lock down, and then when the Pokemon 25th anniversary drops, that's when we're going to find out about everything? Currently, we have Pokemon Unite. Pokemon Unite looks like it's ready to come out pretty soon as well. The beta is underway in China. There's a lot of gameplay footage and a lot of information that's coming out about the games. So we got like Pokemon Unite. Is that going to be the big release for the 25th anniversary? But then they also have to announce the next game that's going to be coming out for Pokemon 2021. And of course, is that going to be Sinnoh Remakes? Like, it's so weird that people want the National Dex so bad. They're like, no, Pokemon Sword and Shield DLC 3 is 2021, Sinnoh Remakes are going to be 2022. But then that really offsets when we get a potential Generation 9 or also the other Pokemon projects, because new Pokemon Snap is going to happen at some point. So when it comes down to that, it's like we're just kind of looking at all this, and there's just a lot of things to support. You know, the big new Pokemon game announcement for 25th anniversary. So yeah, of course the Pokemon anniversary is going to lead to the new Pokemon game announcement, but it shows that there's kind of like other sources that could deliver on giving us information about the 25th anniversary that could surprise us all. Pokemon is trying to move in a very aggressive direction with really bringing Pokemon into the real world. We saw that with the recent update to the corporate website. They also had the Pokemon Presents that gave us a lot of crazy stuff to look forward to as well. So I mean, with Pokemon Unite, new Pokemon Snap, there could be another game, another massive project that gets announced, and then we just kind of stumble along into the holiday 2021 Pokemon game, and then the future of Pokemon gets even crazier from there. So there's still a lot on the table, and we're just going to have to see like what happens over the next couple of months. Next couple of months could still be very exciting as maybe we do get that leak, or maybe we do get some official information as well, and then all just kind of leads up into the Pokemon 25th anniversary. I think what we're looking at is Pokemon Unite, maybe next month, maybe December. There's a chance it's in January, and then I feel like March is new Pokemon Snap, because that's generally when we see the spin-off titles coming out, somewhere in between the new games, the anniversary, and the announcement and stuff. Maybe something massive for summer. Maybe the whole COVID thing clears up and we get E3 again, and then we get like the big Pokemon Direct, another Pokemon Presents, another Pokemon corporate presentation. And then there was the Pokemon press conference that announced Pokemon Sleep. So I feel like there's going to be something going on within short spans of time from each other that are going to be massive for Pokemon all the way until holiday 2021. And if we get Sinnoh Remakes by some, like if Sinnoh Remakes are the holiday 2021 game, well, that's going to be another couple months. We're going into 26th anniversary. So I mean, I think the information is going to chain together here really well at this time. So as Game Freak is a bit more liberal with the news and the trailers than what we saw with Pokemon Sword and Shield. But yeah, I think we have like over a year, like a year and a couple months of content, and it's just going to be hype. And now that what's happened has happened, you know, things are kind of crazy, and we have these other sources that are coming out with actual real information. So that's going to get pretty wild. That also means fake leaks are going to be more prevalent than ever, fake rumors more prevalent than ever. Like, remember all the frauds that covered the armored evolution leak or the armored form leak, and that was after we got the announcement of Pokemon Sword and Shield? Hey, where's the leak that was predicting Pokemon Sword and Shield with the armor leaks inside of it? Oh, right, there isn't one because they needed to see the real information to fake something off of that, and it got so bad that people were even holding out hope, like, oh, well they meant that for the Isle of Armor. See, the armor Isle and then armored forms. Yeah, that makes sense, and it just turned out to all be fake anyways. So leaks are bad, fraud Poketubers are bad. It's always going to be that way. But at this time, shenanigans run high, and I think that we got something going on here with the new Pokemon game announcement next year. So if you guys enjoy the video, hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.